Hello, my name is Karl Keith, and I serve as the Montgomery County Auditor here in Dayton, Ohio. On Memorial Day 2019, 4 tornadoes touched down here in our county. The most devastating of these was a violent tornado with wind speeds that reached 170 miles per hour, and it traveled 19 miles through some of the most densely populated areas of the county. Fortunately, no lives were lost in the storm, but we did suffer millions of dollars in property damage. In the weeks following the disaster, nobody knew the true extent of the tornado's damage. So in order to help property owners and communities that were impacted by the storms, my office engaged in an effort to survey and identify the homes and businesses that were damaged or destroyed. To get started, we knew that it would be beneficial to have before and after images of the areas that had been damaged by the tornadoes. Because we were in the middle of a property revaluation project, we already had the first set of images, as we had had a vendor fly the county in March. Just a few days after the storms hit, we contacted our vendor about reflying the affected areas. At that time, the tornadoes had been categorized by the National Weather Service as an EF3, and the new images were scheduled to cost the county thousands of dollars. Later that week, the National Weather Service updated its categories and determined that the most powerful tornado that swept through Montgomery County was a category EF4. This triggered a provision in our contract that allowed these areas to be reflown at no cost to the county. Within a week of the tornadoes, planes had flown all of the affected areas, and new aerial images were delivered to us shortly thereafter. Now that we had aerial images from both before and after the storms, we could compare the two to assess any potential damage to properties. Using preliminary survey data that we received from the Red Cross, who had done an on-the-ground survey, we identified more than 14,000 properties that were in the storm's path. 17 members of my staff participated in the work then to survey the damage of each of these properties one by one. I'm really proud of my staff and really proud of their efforts to step up to take on this challenge. But we knew we had a daunting challenge ahead of us. This was where iLookabout came in to help. Their comparison software, GeoViewport, allowed us to seamlessly compare images and data from different sources. At the click of a button, GeoViewport showed our staff both sets of aerial images as well as property characteristics from our real estate database. Thanks to the efficiency of GeoViewport and the dedication of my staff, it only took 11 days to complete a survey of every property that was damaged by the tornadoes. By comparing the images, my staff was able to identify the 4,400 properties in Montgomery County that were damaged in the storms. We then used our GIS database to create a map that showed the full extent of the tornado's impact. We were able to provide this information to disaster relief agencies and some of our local government partners to aid in the recovery efforts. We were also able to use the survey data for our own relief efforts. Now that we knew exactly where the damaged properties were, we reached out to the owners and offered them property tax relief, because no one should be stuck paying a full tax bill on a property that has been damaged or destroyed. We enrolled 1,200 properties in Ohio's Damaged Property Tax Relief Program, saving those property owners $1.7 million in taxes. It will take years for Montgomery County to fully heal and recover from the storms of Memorial Day 2019. But with every home that is rebuilt, every business that reopens its doors, we get one step closer. I'm proud of my staff and the way it responded to that year's disaster. I'm proud of the important role we played in our community's recovery. In the end, our map was the most comprehensive survey that was prepared that showed the storm damage. I will be forever grateful for iLookabout and GeoViewport for being an essential part of this effort and an essential part of our county's recovery. Thank you.